Who is that snoring in the background?
My wife.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure. I thought it might have been me. I thought maybe you were pulling a stun on me because I know last Monday, I think it was, I was worn out, and I know I probably slept through some of it. Might have been Don's teaching. I don't know if it was
But
you,
you were
whichever
on
one.
you were on mute.
Well, I wasn't
You guys
sure.
put yourself on mute. You're gonna snore or fart or whatever.
Well, I know you said make sure y'all are on mute tonight so I don't get disturbed. I said, well, maybe I wasn't on mute last week and I was snoring while I was kind of.
Sometimes there are background noises, and then the camera switches to you.
Okay.
And if
Yeah,
somebody,
I got you.
if Mike or I or Don are teaching, we want the attention either on us or on whoever's running the scriptures for us,
Sure. Right.
or with Mike, whoever, he wants it on the slides that he's running. So that's just a little consideration thing to mute yourselves, and then, no matter what you want to do, fire engine goes by, it won't bother us. That may not happen to you guys very much, but it happens a lot around here.
Yeah. Well, did you celebrate a little bit last night, Don?
Yes, I did.
I was thinking about you.
My Red Sox.
Well, I tell you what, that Mookie Betts, he went to high school at Overton High School, which was a high school that I played against in basketball at Hillsboro High School. We're in the same district, so he's a big name down here in Nashville.
Yeah, I imagine so. Big name up in Boston too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For any of you who might not understand what we're talking about the Red Sox having won the World Series. Now, if you know anything about me, and if you've listened to a lot of these teachings, I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times. I used to live in Massachusetts. In fact, I grew up in Massachusetts, not too far, about 20. Well, when I lived on Cape Cod, it was about 90 miles to Boston. And when I lived in this other little town called Ashland, it was only about 25 miles to Boston. So I grew up a Red Sox fan because that's the only baseball there was. And, I'm pretty lucky. I got to see them win it several times now. My dad, who was a Red Sox fan his entire life, never saw them win the World Series. Because he was born just 2 years after Babe Ruth went to the Yankees, and he died back in 1988. Too bad.
Yeah. You'll get to see the replay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they will. They'll have YouTube up in heaven.
Oh, yeah.
It'll all be free. You won't have to pay for anything. Spirit powered. That's something that's going to be interesting. Everything is going to be spirit powered. So the rules that apply here may not necessarily apply. And, once we are gone, those rules may not apply anymore, because a lot of the physical stuff I know, like there's so many records of people being transported in the Bible. Who was it? Philip the evangelist or Stephen walking down the road, and suddenly he's 40 or 50 miles further down the road. And, Jesus Christ walking into the middle of a locked room. The same rules just ain't going to apply.
Mm. Mm. Well, it'll definitely be a change and interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, first off, the animals will all be eating straw. There won't be any meat-eating animals left. And it says that animals will be following the kids,
Oh.
looking to play with them.
Mm.
Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, that is. Huh. Yes, sir.
I really do love that verse 19 where it talks about that you know that by experience that which goes beyond experiential knowledge. That verse is, I mean, I remember even back when Don and I were living out in Delaware, that verse always just really amazed me. It still amazes me.
Mm.
And there's more meaning.
Yeah, I think when it says which passes knowledge, that's another way of describing gnosis or gnosko,
Yeah,
experiential knowledge. It's just another way of saying, I lost the verse. Ah, but
Nine.
anyways,
319.
there it is. The love of Christ that passes knowledge. It's when you know something, that's one thing, but to know it and then apply it,
Is it
that's going beyond knowledge.
right?
It's putting knowledge into action or application.
Mm.
And I think it's so when they say and to know the love of Christ, it's and then the next phrase explains that.
Yeah,
Mm.
It's putting it into application, applying it, using it,
yeah,
acting on it, not just allowing it to bounce around between your ears,
yeah.
but actually
Mm.
letting it land and then acting on it.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's like I know if I'm looking for a specific kind of chocolate covered peanut, a specific brand, and if I learn that I can only get it at Costco, then I can just stay home and go, yeah, okay, they got them at Costco. Or I can get in my car and go get one. That's the difference.
yeah. I think also it's talking about spiritual knowledge applied as well.
Yeah.
Spiritual, like there's certain things we can do.
Oh yeah, there's a lot we can do.
That's why I threw that verse in there about Jesus Christ saying, "The things I do, greater works than this, ye shall do."
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jesus Christ was no. You know, you want to talk about the works he did? He opened the eyes of people born blind.
Mm-hmm.
He had a guy whose arm was shriveled up, extended out,
Mm-hmm.
and he was healed. And I mean, we can do that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we can.
We can. I mean, I had a hard time with healing for a long time. And once it came together for me, it has been amazing since then. Like I remember the day I fell and hurt my arm, and next day we went to the hospital, and they did an x-ray and said, well, the bone's cracked. You got to go see a bone specialist. So I went to the bone specialist and he x-rayed it and he couldn't find any crack.
Mhm.
I mean, it's things like that, that just go, yeah.
Mhm.
Go God.
Amen.
I've got a picture of the crutches that they found after a rock of ages, and there was a note attached to them, no longer needed.
Well,
I mean, that sort of stuff. That's the natural man's never going to understand that or believe it.
mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why they have their crutches.
Right.
Okay, Don, you said that the Blue Letter Bible uses one interlinear source and Bible Hub uses a different interlinear source.
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out which one's which because one has oikonomia for in Ephesians 3:9, and one has koinonia in Ephesians 3:9. Two different Greek words
What for the word
for administration.
administration? Yeah.
The word in 3:9, I think, is fellowship.
Yeah. In King Jimmy, it's fellowship.
Mhm. Yeah. And the interlinear for 3:9 uses koinonia in the Blue Letter Bible.
Mhm. So they're using different texts.
Two different Greek words. It's G2842, and in Bible Hub, it's G3622.
Yeah.
Two different words.
It's like I pointed out
It's
with
crazy.
that one verse. It says different things in different versions. Even most of them say created by God, and
Mhm,
then King Jimmy says created by Christ.
mhm, mhm.
So they're obviously working with different texts.
Yeah. I know there are, 8 interlinear or critical Greek texts? Is that right? 8 of them?
Oh, I don't remember.
The King James uses the Stevens
Right.
critical Greek
A lot of
text.
them use the Texas Repticus.
I can't remember what they are now.
Yeah, Bible Hub would have it if you want to look it up, folks.
I put it down somewhere.
Mm,
But in my Young's Analytical Concordance, it has koinonia for verse 9
yeah,
instead of oikonomia.
yeah.
My muscles are not
Okay. Just a second here. I'm going to bring up because Blue Letter tells you which text they use. See, it was verse 9 we're talking about, right? And if you go there in Blue Letter and you hit interlinear, at the very bottom it tells you which text they're using. Morphological. I don't know what this means. Morphological GNT. Is that a text?
Nope, that's not a text.
Hmm.
It's not it.
Texas, there it is at the top. Texas Repticus. Retictor. however that's pronounced. You know me in Greek and the Hebrew words. Where Bible Hub, as far as I know, doesn't tell you which one it is. But I do know that the two of them read differently in 3:9. Three nine is oikonomia. And 3:9 is koinonia. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, morphological GNT. That's not a reference to the Greek text.
Yeah, I was wrong. The Greek text it's at the top of that.
Oh yeah.
Texas Repticus. Recepticus, I guess.
Oh, that's just another
Name for the Stevens. Yeah,
for the King James.
yeah.
Textus Receptus.
Yeah, I know that's when it says that it's the Stevens text that they're using. So
Mhm.
Bible Hub, maybe they're using multiple texts. I know they have several there. Let's see. Chain links, chronological Bible library, multiple languages, timeline.
Now, if I knew where I laid down my Bullinger Bible, Companion Bible, he's got them all listed. I laid that thing down somewhere.
Strong commentary. This is interesting. Here we go. Let me share this. I'm looking at it right now. See, that lists the various texts. Let's go down and find the King Jimmy. The New International Version is the Nestle's Greek New Testament from 1904.
Okay. Whatever.
King James is the Greek Orthodox. Now, this can't be the texts.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I know it's.
I'll do some digging.
Yeah, if
Find out which ones it is.
If I thought about this, I could have dug around earlier and found it for so
Like
I could show-
Tischendorf. It says here Tischendorf, 8th edition. That's one.
Yeah. Here, Texas.
Stephanus,
Stevens,
Westcott, and Horner.
That's
Tischendorf.
the
Mhm,
NET. If you get onto the NET, it says Texas Repticus.
mhm.
1550. But that, that's why I can't accept King James only, because King James, they only had what, a few hundred texts available to them. And after the Dead Sea Scrolls, there were thousands of texts to look at.
There's one right there I saw had koinonia.
Oikonomia. Yeah.
There was one back up there somewhere that had koinonia. There it is. It's what is that one right there? Stephen's text, Revsa 1550.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
And then the one, yeah.
That's transliterated. In other words, it wasn't translated. It was, like with the word mystery. It should actually be translated secret, but it's transliterated into mystery. Boy, isn't it fascinating? All this.
Here, I got my companion Bible.
Okay, good.
It was underneath a piece of paper. So in 2:9, under the notes for the word fellowship, it says the text reads oikonomia instead of koinonia. That's Bullinger's note.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying that is an error. It should be
copy wrong.
Should be koinonia, oikonomia, not koinonia.
Yeah.
According to Bullinger, and this is in the 1800s.
Yeah. That's part of the problem with all the Bibles. Some of them they made mistakes when they were copying it. We've gone over that before.
Yep, I'm sure there's more on that. If we did some Google searching, we could find even more information on that. That'd be a good study.
I always heard
Whet my appetite. I've got to start digging on that.
I was kind of tied up with the Red Sox this past week, so I didn't get much studying done. And I kind of put this teaching together this afternoon. That's why it isn't as thorough as I do.
Oh, you did fine. You did great.
Okay, thank you. I just hope I inspired people to start looking at it for themselves.
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing. Just studying it out, dig it out, dig. Yeah. Get your nose in there and you learn stuff. This is how you remember stuff. I was talking to a guy at work the other day. He's a school teacher, and he was talking about, or we were talking about how today, or no, when we were in college, we had to go to the library. And if we wanted to do some searching and get more information on a subject or a topic or something, we had to go find an article about the topic. We'd have to read that whole article, might get one paragraph out of it. And then we go to another article written by somebody else, and we'd have to do all this legwork. It'd take hours to build enough information to write a 500-word report on something.
Yeah.
Now, and we remember it. You remember it because you had to do all that work. Now you go to the internet, type in a word, and it's a tsunami of information.
Yeah.
And they read the first thing that comes to mind. It satisfies their little desire for a little, hey, what's that all about? Instant answer, and then they forget it 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
He was teaching. He's a school teacher, and he's teaching stuff. And somehow or other, that topic came up.
It's
He's quite a bit.
It's kind of interesting. This one day out in Delaware, I went to one of the houses and Kathy Schultz was there. And
Yeah.
probably their house, because Christine lived in the same house, and I was probably waiting for Christine. And Kathy looked at me and said, I'm studying the word virtuous in virtuous woman. You ought to look it up. Took me almost 40 years, but I did it.
Yeah.
So those little gems are get stuck in there, and sooner or later you take care of them.
Yeah. And when the Bible talks about women, they talk about them like a virtuous woman. That's the standard. And for the guys, it's the valiant man or a man of valor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's actually because it's just the female and male is the same word.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, a lot of times it's translated army.
Mm-hmm.
A valiant army.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Very
now,
cool.
that, even though I did that teaching years ago, I still remember that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yes, it is.
Well,
You guys
I
want to?
think I'm going to.
You want
I
to go?
I think I'm ready to call it a night.
Okay, I was going to just ask that. Is it time to call it a night now? When we start getting into stories about Delaware, it's probably time to call it a night.
Yeah, everybody else will start falling asleep.
Yeah. All right. So, since John opened us, Don, you want to close us?
All right, Father, I thank you for your word and how it's just awesome truth for us to learn and to stand upon and then act upon. And I thank you for this time and age that we live in now, that we can do things, the same things that Jesus did and greater works. And so we just thank you for that opportunity and for the power to do it. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
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 So happy trails, everybody.